morning everyone. This is the first camp we have in this trip. We are in day 2 in some place which is in central Oman. It is kind of gravelly ground with some tracks going, so we're gonna be following these tracks that ends somewhere at the south coast, which is gonna be our next camp. So we had a good sleeping night and the weather was perfect for camping, and it was very fresh breathing air here. It's very clear.
Morning.
Good morning.
Can you say good morning to the camera, Ray?
Did you sleep well?
Oh. We slept very well, didn't we?
Nice. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Hafid.
Good morning, Shema. Where's the camp spot for tonight?
After a nice breakfast, it was time to review our plan for today. So then we ride like this or like this through this point. The plan was... Everything was going smoothly for the first 2 hours, so we were able to proceed nicely.
Size doesn't always matter.
I definitely need your jack.
Bad news were coming by having a puncture in the sidewall. That was my second puncture in 24 hours, and we still didn't get ourselves in any serious off-road. It was a small little tiny puncture, but still enough to waste a lot of our time.
You want to go under now? I can lower it for you. Maybe 4 or 5 lifts more if possible.
Oh, right.
I got it along with the car.
By midday, it was time to relax a little bit, grab something to eat and let the kid play, maybe. At this point, we were proceeding very well and getting very deep in the desert until we came to an area that looks very much like being in Mars. This area was very tricky. The surface was crunchy and hiding a mud underneath. There was only one way, one track to get you out of here safely. The guys right here wanted to have some fun, drive on the mud and do some donuts, which didn't look very bad at this point. I thought they had enough of playing, but they were crazy enough to surprise me with extending their area of playing and driving straight away to the worst mud. Two vehicles were stuck very badly in the mud, and that was happening hundreds of miles away from getting any help. We were so lucky to have our trip member Thomas with the red Jeep, the only one who has a winch. At this point, we were discussing the best way to get the Jeep down there and try to pull the FJ out of the mud. Finger crossed to Thomas, who was able to successfully and carefully drive his Jeep down and approach the stuck FJ from a right angle. Our friend Hafid, with his sense of humor, was trying to make it easier for us by joking and apologizing to his friends.
Let's do like Top Gear.
Grandma would not like this. Let's go back on it. So now it's your job. No, I don't. Which way is best, Shama? Like this, yeah?
Don't throttle too much.
That's just A-track doing it now. Wait. I will stop for a second.
Finally, with a mix of a very good luck and teamwork, first car was out of the mud. Now it's time to go and save our friend Asim with the other FJ at the other side of the mud river. In order to do that, we had to make a big loop around the muddy area, and that includes first crossing the mud river from the right place. Secondly, trying to find some stiff ground to drive on, and that was actually driving on some gravelly hills up and down until we were able to approach the stuck vehicle. Our friend Saif, who arrived earlier, was trying using snatch rope, but obviously it didn't work. So it was time for the Jeep to jump in again. The red FJ was so stuck in a way that we needed a lot of shoveling around the car to increase our chances. Then it was time for the winching process to take care of the situation from here. And seems like the position of the red FJ was much easier for the Jeep to approach more than the first FJ.
Yes, yes, yes! A-track, just A-track. Hold on, wait. 1 second, Ashley, 1 second. Just the right. You're back, just hold on 1 second.
Finally, 2 recoveries were done successfully and safely. Again, finger crossed to Thomas with the winch in the red Jeep. A convoy was lined up and we were ready to move again. Some more obstacles were on our way out of the desert, but this time with no drama. Then we kept heading south and hoping to find a decent campsite just before the dark. But seems like after all the time we have lost in the recoveries, there was no way to avoid driving in the dark. On our way to South Coast, trying to find a campsite at the beach, we came across very beautiful areas with mix of sand and rocks everywhere. What a shame to drive through these beautiful things in the dark, but that was our situation. Anyhow, even in the dark, we were finally able to find a nice camping beach, and this is gonna be the story for next episode.